My city don't bluff, don't bluff, don't bluff. Don't bluff, don't bluff, don't bluff. My city don't bluff.
Welcome everybody to our first practice. They allow us to have 2 hours a week with our players, so hopefully they won't be stumbling over each other too much. But we'll have about 7 walk-ons trying out today. So I asked them to come back. We'll have 2 of our guys. Jake is, he had another episode with his knee, and he's been getting treatment, so he may be able to go the whole time, he may not. And Christian Kessie strained his back, so he may not be in some of the drills. So with those 2 guys gone, we're in a situation where we need some bodies, and then we have another young man who we signed, who still hasn't. We're still waiting on Kareem's situation, so we just won't leave it at that. Can't talk much more about him until he gets here. But again, this time of the year is always exciting. We have a great group of kids. They've been working hard in the fall, in the preseason workouts. Randy Flores, our strength coach, he's been pleased with how they've in conditioning, they're lifting, they're building their endurance and stamina. They have to run a mile in 6 minutes or less. The guards have to run it in 5:30 or less. So they're all pretty much made their time from what I understand. So, and I know Randy wouldn't cut any corners on us, so I know they've fulfilled that obligation. We've got, there are a lot of things going on today. We have a recruit on campus. We've been very happy with the 2 commitments we've gotten so far. We can't really talk about recruiting, but we're really exciting. It's an exciting time. Our Coach Novell and the football team is doing well. We've got a big football game tomorrow night, so we should have a number of student athletes here on campus as well. Any questions?
What are you looking for from the walk-ons? How do you evaluate them, and where'd you get them from? What are you looking for from them?
Well, they're all in school here. We've been here once. We've had them try out once. This is the 3rd, and we had about 40 guys try out. That was unbelievable, and I'm really happy that they were willing to do that. I guess they heard we needed help too. So, and certainly, I'm hoping that we can, keep a few of them around. We just want to see how they do. The ones we brought back today are guys that I think, you don't necessarily. We were fortunate to find a kid a year ago, that started for us, Matt Temple, 6'10" kid at Texas Tech, and it worked out pretty well. He had to step up and start for us, and took us to the NCAA, helped us go to the NCAA tournament. So we hope we can find somebody like that can help. So we just need bodies. With only 8 guys maybe healthy today, the 7 we'll have here today, I think it's 7 or maybe 5, if they could make it here. We just called them last night and this morning to come over.
So walking in there was there's new decorations up, including a Final Four banner there. I don't think, are those the aspirations? On the way in, there's a Final Four thing.
Coming in here?
Yeah, walking in.
Well, that's everybody's aspiration, but everybody has to be realistic. And I don't just give them away. But we're gonna do our best to be the best team we can be. That's our goal this year. And our dream is to be a championship team. First, we've got to compete. We've got to win every day in practice. That's what we've got to do first. If we do that, then we can maybe win our first game, and then we'll build from there.
How much do you have to rein in expectations, given the manpower problems here?
Well, you never have to rein in the expectations. There's nobody expects any more out of their team or themselves than the players and the coaches. I need to tell you that right now. I don't care where you are, whether it's Kentucky, Tulsa, Georgia, Minnesota, Texas Tech, the expectations are the same.
Other than that,
so Memphis doesn't have or Kentucky have just the rights to just expectations. Everybody has those same expectations.
other than depth, what are your larger concerns going in with this contingent of players that you have?
Well, size. We just need we need big bodies. I mean, we have one kid over 6'9" right now, and that's Dedrick Lawson. The next tallest person is 6'7", 6'8". Well, we do have we have Chad, he's 6'10", but Chad hasn't played in 3 years. So we have no really proven inside players. So that's our biggest challenge. You got to rebound the ball. If you're going to compete, you got to be able to rebound the ball.
First week of practice, in terms, what are you looking for from your teams in practice?
Practice habits. We want them to, just execution of the fundamentals as it would every day. We expect them to, it's cumulative. Once you teach something, we expect them to retain it and carry it over to the next day. We only have 30 practices. So we have to take 12 days off in between today, and actually we took 2 days off earlier, so we'll have 10 days to take off now. And you count back from the first game, 42 days, and then you still have to take off 12 practices. So, we'll probably go 2 a days at some point in time, especially with the break coming up this weekend. We have fall break, and our players will be here working at that time.
With the people that you have here, other than Diedrich, who do you expect to really help carry the load for you out of the group that you have right now?
Everybody. That's the way we operate. They all will have to carry the weight. That's what they're on scholarship for, and that's why they earn this right to be a part of this program. They're going to contribute in one way or another. It may not be in the scorebook every game, but they're going to contribute, and that's why they're on the team. That's why they're part of the program. But again, I hear what you're saying. Do you have the firepower really? I think guys like Markel Crawford, I think Craig Randall can score. I think we get Jamario is really a scorer. We got KJ. Those guys they're good players. You just need to mold them, shape them into so they understand what their roles are and play as a team and play as one.
And speaking of KJ, is he healthy now after the surgery and everything? Has he come back in good shape?
He has. He's looked good. Still, I'm always concerned about him, but he's looked good in practice. He's got good stroke. I think we've, not just him, but Jeremiah, all the guys that are returning, I think I've been impressed with their attitude and their work ethic. Point guard situation. Healthy, they'll compete for their position. But right now, I think Jeremiah probably is the guy. If we had to start today, he'd probably start.
The transfer from Baylor, the Chad.
Rycook, Rycook, I better get that right.
Can you tell us what you've seen with him in the little one-on-one sessions or in pickup games and things of that nature?
Well, he's very coachable. Anything he's like a sponge. He's absorbing everything we tell him. He's got length. He's got nice touch. Again, the verdict's out whether he can mix it up and bang and stay healthy. But we expect him to.
You have to practice, but apart from just you don't have as many players, injuries are even more of a threat now because you don't have depth. Will that change the way you coach or practice with this team?
No. You're just the next man up. That's the way it is.
You don't have the
that's why we have seven walk-ons out here, because they may have to step up and provide us some depth.
How many do you expect out of this group, walk-on group that you have? How many do you expect to be on the team when you tip it off?
I really don't know. That's why we told them. That's why it's a tryout. We're going to continue to evaluate. We have a couple of young men that I think have been working out with us for a while and longer than some of the guys. So I expect that they will remain part of the team.
Is there a certain number, like you got 10 scholarship, you want to add three more players, 4 more players, just to round it out?
Well, like today, we need all 7. That'll give us 15. If we can, I'd like to keep 15. We have 10 guys, and we can keep 5 of these. 5 would be, 15 would be a good number to have. But you can have 3 teams, and you can rotate people in and out.
When you deal with a player as talented as Diedrich, how do you avoid him not feeling like the world's on his shoulders to carry this team this year from a mental standpoint?
Well, Diedrich is, he's very mature, so I don't think, and he's got his dad here with him, who's been here before, and he's played on excellent high school teams. These young men have played so many games competitively in AAU and high school. They're well prepared. And certainly you're right, that's our responsibility to let him know that that's not your job. It's our job to surround you with the right kind of people, with the right offense, and do the things and do the things we have to do for the team. And I know that he's a true team player. So that's the mantra there. It's team. I've never really had a star system, and we've been pretty good playing, coaching that way.
As a rebuild program. As a rebuild program, or how would you rate this with where you were in Texas Tech, Minnesota? You see this as a rebuild? How do you exactly see it?
No, more of a reload. Reload, because they won 19 games last year. The teams I took over, whether it was Minnesota, hadn't had a winning team in 2 years, and Texas Tech hadn't had one in 7 years, much less go to postseason play. So it was, this is, Josh Passion left it in good shape. So I want to commend him and let him know that and then it's just a matter of us, restoring, getting these guys fired up and getting them believing and keeping them believing that they can achieve, the goals that we have.
A couple of the times that we've talked, and you've referenced that sooner or later, the kind of schedule of the season will step in and there will be a routine and you'll be around the kids a lot. What do you hope to really get done or accomplish with the group before that season swing kind of begins?
Well, habit, as I said before, you can form good habits or bad habits. And our job is to make sure that they're continuously executing the fundamentals every day the right way. And it's just repetition, practice. But you have to practice doing it the right way. You've got to really execute. And I think I can't say enough about being unselfish. That's really defensively. That's where we're going to have to hang our hat, and that's what we've done in the past. Guys are going to have to be, because they can play defense every second. You're not going to make every shot, but you can play defense every second you're on the court, and that's what I'm going to expect.
All right, thanks, Coach. Sorry, Coach. You talk about his maturity. What have you learned about his skill set, having been around him now?
Deidre? Oh, when you're 6'9" and can shoot like that, I mean, that's a problem solver right there. That takes a lot of pressure off. Now, I don't know if I've had a young man who can shoot the ball like him at that size since Tayshaun Prince, to be honest with you. So I'm really excited about coaching this young man. He reminds me of a Dirk Nowitzki, too, the way he can score the basketball. That's not putting pressure on me, telling you I'm comparing him with him. And I think he has that type of skill set.
Izzy, Tiger, and Bam, oh my, Chris. Tell them get with me, ain't no bluffing in my city.